Hello, action figure collectors. We have a very old one. So back when I started actually watching YouTube, there was I started watching because I think I got into collecting these 6-inch or 12 scale action figures. And the Fwoosh, who's in my subscriptions, he reviewed this and says this is the best Boba Fett to date, and it probably still is. But they're so expensive. But because Boba Fett now has his own TV show and Mandalorian and all that stuff, these dropped in price a lot. I bought this off eBay. I think it might be used. I don't care as long as it looks nice. I don't really play with these things. I pose them like 1 or 2 times and then they go in a cabinet. I also have a suspicion there's going to be a cloth figured one. That's what I'm hoping for. That's also why I haven't bought this, because I'm thinking sooner or later someone's going to make a cloth version of this guy. But anyways, because the price was so low, I decided to buy this. So this is a Mafex or Medicom number 016. So this is very early in their run of figures, and maybe it's problematic. But it's good old Boba Fett, one of my favorite characters. This guy and Darth Vader, my two favorite Star Wars characters. I don't know, what is it about a guy in a mask? Mystery Man. Alright, so a bunch of accessories and stuff like that. Looking for a date. Like, when was this thing put out? We know it's the number 16 in the series, but I don't know year-wise what that means. And no one's ever made a copycat of this. This is a real one, the hologram. There are some copycat Mafexes, but I've never seen them do this one. Okay. Trash. Okay, so let's get all this stuff out. I don't know. Well, something to protect the guy's reticle thing. I might actually keep this for shipping. I gotta put it in a suitcase later when I go back to Asia. Alright, let's look at, well, I guess we'll compare it to some photos first. So this is Boba Fett from The Empire Strikes Back, where he has green gauntlets. In Return of the Jedi, he went to red gauntlets. And I don't actually watch the modern Boba Fett stuff, because I'm too cheap to pay for programming. But I'm not too cheap to buy action figures. Alright, well. And actually, I don't know if this photo's correct, or this paint is wrong, but they don't, or the monitors, not color corrected. That's probably the case. So I don't know if this green is accurate or not. It definitely looks darker than that photograph. But if we look at this photograph over here, I don't know if you guys remember this scene. He's hanging out with all the other bounty hunters. That's a much darker green, right? So I guess it has to do with the lighting. He's in a gray room here. On the first photo, he's in a white room in the Sky City or whatever. Well, anyways, let's take a look. Well, you know what? Let's get the accessories out of the way. We got Boba's blaster here, blaster rifle. It's all one piece of plastic, but this thing's a little bit flexible, so that's nice. Pretty well detailed, I gotta say. I mean, look how thin this optic is. I'm afraid it's gonna break off, and look how small this trigger is. But luckily, I don't play with my figures too much, so. And then there's some weathering, on the gun area is weathered, and then there's some silver buckles, different colors on this guy, so pretty neat. Might be hard to see with the bright lights, but the stock is a wood color, and it's a little different from this color here. Alright, now we got Boba's little pistol. Pretty boring design, actually. It looks like an air-powered pellet BB gun. Something you'd break open and cock it to shoot a BB pellet. That's what I wonder if that's what it's based off of. I don't know. Well, anyways, again, very small. This is definitely not a children's toy, because a child would just break that off and choke on it. So this is a collectible figure for adults with childish mentalities like me. Alright, this is just a closed fist. Pretty well sculpted, though. Look at this guy. Alright, very nice texture. Yeah, it's pretty well done. This is a different color. Back of the hand pad, where the glove is a darker gray, light gray, dark gray. So he has fists on both sides. for the punching people out. And then this is like an open hand. Oh, a weave. Hello. Yeah. Okay. So the guy comes with the, well, I don't know if it came like this. Again, this could be used. So he's got the trigger hand already here. And then on this other side, you just have the other open hand. You can see the split hinge ball here is a little bit open. So that's a little scary. I wonder if I could push that tighter. Yeah, alright. Okay, well, so you'll see this Mafex just has a straight pin. There's no like ball at the end of it to snap it on. It's just a friction fit. As long as it stays on without falling off, I'm fine with that. I'm a little hesitant sometimes with the friction, with the ball ones, because you feel like you're going to break the peg off. But this, yeah, you're not going to break the peg off, but it's tight enough that it's not going to just fall off. So I think that's a good design. So obviously you can twist his hand on that peg, but then the hinge, you know, will let you move up and down. And I'm assuming this ball actually spins as well, but yeah, it does. Yeah, so you could pretty much pose his hand anywhere where you want. Yeah, let's leave that off for now because we can see a little bit these greeblies here. Whistling birds or whatever. I don't know what this is. Flamethrower maybe? That could have been the flamethrower action there. Neat. Alright, this side. We have a hose running into his like bicep area. And then that's running down to this thing. I don't know what this thing does on the guy. Yeah, please leave a comment if you know. I'd like to know. I'm sure other people might want to know. Yeah, some computer buttons or something. Okay, so going to the head, we got this reticle here that comes down, and that's nice. And it's not loose. It stays up, doesn't fall down, so that's good. And then his head, I think, looks pretty nice. I think the Foosh was mentioning this helmet looks a little small, maybe. Like if you put a human's head, would this helmet fit over a human's head? I don't know. Maybe it could be bigger. I don't know. I'm looking at the photograph. You might want to rewind. It looks fine to me. I'm not really bothered by it. Compared to the photograph, it actually looks tall. But maybe that photograph is off too. I don't know. Alright. There's a trademark dent in his helmet. It's got these yellow indicators, and this weathering is all nice. The silver and the red all worn away. This darker green, lighter green. Some vent details here in the back. Some black, some not. So very nicely weathered. Very cool. Alright, articulation of the head. Pretty good forward. Back, not really good. Yeah. The neck moves a little bit. And then on the top of the head moves a little bit. Side to side tilt's really good though. Yeah. Obviously you can spin around. Alright. Well, let's go this shoulder area. Is that glued on? Yeah, this is part of this. This is glued on to this piece right here. So that just flexes, but it's not a separate piece. It's glued. And then we got the shoulder. Does it come in and out? No. It does have a butterfly, so it moves a little bit front and back, but it doesn't pop in and out or anything like that. But you can obviously spin it, and then it's a hinge, ball hinge. So that's cool. I'm gonna guess there's a peg going into the bicep, and you can spin that, but that side's spinning more than the other. Maybe on the other arm it'll be better. Double jointed elbow, pretty decent bend, more than 90 at least. Okay, but there's no spin here for the forearm. Nope, no spin there. What about this side here? Yeah, again, the peg is spinning in the torso, not on this arm, so I'm not sure if that can twist or not. I don't know. Okay, so the hose thing. Oh, you'll see the hose just popped out, so it's just a friction fit in this sleeve. There's a whole sleeve there. Right, okay. All right, it's fine. So you got the little tassels here. They're molded plastic. Nicely detailed though. You got the little twine holding them together. You got the light one and you got a darker brown, a very dark brown one actually. And what's going on? There's a little bit of red here. Oh, that's part of the dark brown tassel. It's got a red color on it. Okay. So the shoulder pad does get out of the way to at least get his arms in that flying pose. So this belt. I'm not sure if this little ammo belt spins or not. I guess it is loose. It's just kind of, I'm not sure. Well, anyways, there's a torso piece here, and that's connected to this and the hip part. So front to back is nothing. Yeah, there's not much movement there. It's kind of hard to see with the belt, but the belt's, you know, colliding, so you can't get an ab crunch out of this guy at all. There's gonna be no bending poses with this guy. Side to side tilt, not much there. It's more all in the legs. It's not actually in the upper part. Only a few degrees there. All right. So yeah, these pouches also might get in the way of posing and stuff like that. Let's see if we can get his little pistol in this holster easily. Yeah, very easy actually. And then there's a little peg here, but I always have a hard time getting these little pegs around the holsters, but let's see about this one. Oh wow, that's really easy. And it seems to want to stay there. So that's good. Alright, we'll just leave that in there. Alright, let's go with the hips here. So I see there's a peg, and I think that pivots on this axis here. Yeah. Oh, it actually pivots both sides though. It's one peg system, so if you lean this side, the other side goes the other way. They're not independent. Okay. And then on that, you got a big ball cup here, and that's pegging into the thigh, which can spin. So in and out, spin, no problem. Kick his legs forward. Yeah, the pouches are naturally going to get in the way here. Actually, well, they do flex out, so can get his leg almost to 90. Well, if you rotate it, that looks a little unnatural, but you can get him back past 90. That looks really weird. Okay. See, unfortunately, you can't rotate. There's no rotation here in the knee joint. So that's definitely weird looking. Yeah, you can see the back of the knee is a hinge, but there's no peg in the top or bottom, or maybe there is, but this is stopping it from spinning. But I guess that works as far as appearance goes. They actually, you know, textured the knee to look like fabric, so it looks nice as it comes out, or, you know, it's obviously hidden away totally there. So that's very good. And then you got some silver around those little tools he keeps in his lower shins and stuff. I have no idea what these things are. Please leave a comment again. Yeah, more tools here. This one's got a little bit of brown on it. And then the ankle area. First of all, there's a little plastic piece here that can cover up most of this ball peg you see. So the peg rotates in the foot and also in the shin. So that's good. So you can pretty much, well, front, back. Oh, there is rocker. Oh, this peg must be at an angle. So you can get this guy's foot in really good poses here, like posing out, posing in, posing. Yeah, very good. All right, so that's pretty nice, and that's nicely hidden by this little extra piece. And then there's a toe hinge here as well. It actually goes up a good amount, like 45 degrees, so that's impressive. You got the licensing there and Medicom. Oh, it says 2016 on the bottom of this guy, so now we know how old this is. Wow, 8 years old now. Why has no one put out a fabric one? There are plenty of cloth Boba Fett's already. No, I'm sorry. There are plenty of cloth action figures in this scale. There's tons. If Mezco could do it, or some third-party Chinese, no fly-by-night operation, come on, I would definitely buy it. That's for sure. But I'd prefer one of these original movies, not the modern Boba Fett, because I don't watch that show. All right, but anyways. All right, so the cape is just plastic. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks nice for plastic, but kind of feel like fabric would be better. Even like the Hasbro ones have fabric and stuff. Okay, nice molded details here on the back of the belts. These little jet thrusters do spin a little bit. Seems like that would break easily though, so be mindful of that. And they're actually very, very hollow. Look how far that pick goes in. So that's a good thruster. It's not shallow. All right. I don't know if this thing comes off. I think it's glued on. Or this rocket. I don't think that comes out either. Nope. Very, very rigid plastic. If this fell from a tall bookshelf, I think this one might break off. So keep that in mind. You want to probably use like sticky tack or an actual... Oh, there's no peg here in the foot. So you can't even use a peg stand. So you got to use one of those. I hate those hip things because they block up the view. So I'm going to have to use some poster wall mount putty or something to make them stick to something. Like a big round disc or something, like a CD. Okay, well, I think it's great. I mean, so again, I'm not sure if this is used or not. I feel like the upper arm joints might be a little loose, but the leg joints are quite tight. So if it has been used and posed a lot, it's held up pretty well. Let's see if I can get the guy's blaster in here. How do I spin this in there? You know, it's so loose though. Oh, well, I'm a moron, that's why. I'm trying to put the wrong fingers through that opening. Let's just do it this way. I gotta get his thumb through here. But then that thing's in the way. Sorry if I'm losing focus. I don't have 3 hands. Or a big nose. If I had a big nose, I would just hit the phone screen with my nose. Come on, there we go. Alright, so looks like you can get his hand around there. Now, will this actually still... Well, you know what? You can actually get it on there. Very often the stock of a gun, collides and it's really difficult to pose. But the stock of this one is modeled very short, so it doesn't hit his bicep like it's very common. Oh, wow. So this is really good for posing. Look how tight I can get his rifle to his chest. That's really difficult in a lot of action figures. Well, now that I have that image of him standing with the other bounty hunters. Oh, it's actually just resting on his forearm, this rifle. Yeah, right there. Well, obviously I could do a better job if I paused it, but no time today. Alright, well, I think it's great. I'm glad I got it. If you like this sort of stuff, you might want to hop on eBay like I did. Some of them are going for like 50 bucks. That's basically, I paid around that much, maybe 10 bucks more for shipping. But if you looked into this a year ago, these things are always over 100 bucks. Some were like 200 bucks. Craziness. So this actually might be the cost of what it was brand new. Or I don't know what these things would have cost back 6 years ago. But definitely you can't buy a Mafex for that kind of price today. That's for sure. So much inflation. So very happy. But again, whenever someone decides to cash in and make a cloth figure, I'm going to assume it's going to be better than this. Right? Because Boba's he's not a ninja, he doesn't have to have a Spider-Man like body, you know. It's get my ugly reflection out of there. So I don't expect it to have much more posability than this figure, but I would love it to just look more natural, like the actual photographs. You know, him wearing a gray jumpsuit and then the cloth cape and all that stuff. That would be fantastic. All right, well, enough about that. But for this guy, yeah, this is a fantastic one, and this is definitely the best Boba Fett I have now in my 6-inch collection. I do have the SH Figure Arts one, but it looks too clean. When I get back to Asia, or maybe one day, whenever I get another Boba Fett figure, I'll bring them both out for comparison. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next action figure video.